Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. Locations in Rosenberg, Missouri City, Katy, College Station, Bryan, Brenham, and Waller, Texas. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org. It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another Football Friday here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, our daily mission is to bring you news that you could use. You can follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show, the YouTube channel, Open Mic Broadcast Network. The website is obnradio.com, and the 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. We got a lot in store for you on today. You're going to hear from Rob Butler with the Southland Report. We'll also have two interviews for you on today. One from the land of NAIA. We'll go to Oklahoma to hear from Quentin Morgan, head football coach of the Langston Lions, as they get ready to host the Southwestern Assembly Gods University Lions this weekend. We'll also hear from head football coach of the Maroon and Gray Texas Southern Tigers, Clarence McKinney, as the Tigers now gear their focuses toward taking on Prairie View for the Labor Day Classic 2.0 next week. A lot to cover on today, but before we get into the football segue of things, basketball had action on last night. The Panthers extend their home winning streak to 33 games, victorious over Mississippi Valley. Women, however, came up short against Mississippi Valley, losing in overtime, which now has somewhat murkied the waters for the Lady Panthers in regards of postseason play. When you look at the standings, the Panthers are on top of Mississippi Valley, claiming that number 8 spot. But with Valley having the head-to-head win, it could make things a little bit more cumbersome for the Panthers to claim a place in Birmingham. The Panthers will have to win out and hope that Valley could lose a game or two to secure that number 8 spot. Meanwhile, we ran a poll on yesterday trying to test the waters, if you would, on how you would respond if the Panthers and the Tigers of Jackson State were continue to stay undefeated. Would you respond to a winner-take-all regular season showdown? And on our last check, 60% of you were in favor of that. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how all that bogs down. We're going to take a quick break and we'll get into our reports and more of our Football Friday right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union is offering 5 $2,000 scholarships to graduating high school seniors who are members of the credit union. The deadline to submit the application is Friday, February 26th, so don't wait to apply. To review eligibility requirements and download the scholarship application, please visit their website at www.bvscu.org and click on the BVSC University tab.
This is Rob Butler with your STS Football Report. In their first game of their spring season following a COVID-19 postponement, Nichols had their highest point outburst in program history, defeating Lincoln, Missouri 87-3. The Colonels scored 13 total touchdowns, one courtesy of the defense. The defense forced 6 turnovers. Nichols will host Lamar this coming Saturday. Cameron Burston ran for a pair of scores in the first quarter, and FCS member Tarleton State overwhelmed FBS level New Mexico State 43-17 on Sunday night at the Sun Bowl in El Paso. The win was the first for the Texans, who are 1-1 in just their second game at the FCS level following 26 years in Division II. Tarleton State will host Dixie State this Saturday. Now, on to this week's games. McNeese will host Incarnate Word this Saturday. Led by quarterback Cody Ogeron, the Cowboys beat a solid Tarleton State team a week ago. I look for the Cowboys to win this game 34-30 over Incarnate Word. Nichols will host Lamar this weekend. The Colonels are led by FBS transfer quarterback Lindsey Scott Jr. It's a mystery who the starting quarterback will be for Lamar. I look for JUCO transfer quarterback Jalen Dummett to get the start. The Colonels will be too much for Lamar. Nichols wins this game 38-17 over the Cardinals. Sam Houston State will play host to the Southeastern Louisiana Lions this Saturday. Both squads are contenders for the SLC crown this spring. The Bearcats are led by quarterback Eric Schmidt and defensive back Zion McCollum. The Lions are led by 6'7" Arkansas transfer quarterback Cole Kelly and wide receiver Austin Mitchell. Sam Houston State wins this game 31-30 over Southeastern Louisiana. Southern Utah travels to the Walk-Up Skydome to take on Northern Arizona this Saturday in a Big Sky matchup. Southern Utah returns a healthy number of defensive players to go along with a handful of talented skill players on offense, including wide receiver Landon Meesum. I look for Northern Arizona to win this game 40-37 over the T-Birds of Southern Utah. And finally, Dixie State travels to Stephenville, Texas to take on the Tarleton State Texans. The Texans surprised many with their win over New Mexico State this weekend. They were led by dual threat quarterback Cameron Burson. Tarleton State wins this game 42-27 over Dixie State. And that's Rob Butler, Open Mic Broadcast Network.
The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to take this time to recognize its sponsors and underwriters: Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Helping Hands Lawn Service, Diva Skin Conditioner, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill. For more information on how you can become an underwriter or a sponsor here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our number to call is 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
And welcome back to the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline. The radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. We are fortunate to have on the other end the head football coach of the Langston Lions. That is none other than Coach Quentin Morgan. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I feel great. We had a great trip. Everything went successful from the COVID testing before and then the COVID testing on the back. So I feel great. We got that, I guess you can say, butterfly out of our stomach to wonder how we'll be traveling in the pandemic with a full team.
Okay. Came up a little bit short on the game. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But I guess the anticipation of the woulda, coulda, shouldas, you got through that hurdle, and when the dust settled, you were able to come back and return safely despite the bad weather that you guys left behind. Was it hard for you to come back, Coach?
Yeah. It was no, as trip wise, it was a very easy trip. So we were there and beautiful weather when we got to Phoenix, Arizona, and on the way back we came back into some pretty nice weather at home. So it wasn't bad at all.
Okay, very good. Now, if you don't mind, Coach, if you can give us a recap. We know the final score was 21-10 from the reports that we gathered. So if you can give us a recap, some highs and lows of the contest, and we'll move forward.
It was a very hard-fought game. I was very proud of my guys. Ended up playing with a lot of freshmen, so very proud to see those young guys come out and play and fight as hard as they did with just as little time that we had to prepare with them. So building off that is going to be a very, very fun thing to do, because one thing we found out about this group that we brought in, that these jokers will, they're scratch. They'll come on out the box and battle with anyone. The team that we played against, Arizona Christian, they got the opportunity to play in the fall, but they've been practicing all throughout. And I just actually ended up doing an article with the Oklahomian, and one of the things that we touched on, it was basically talking about how my kids have been off for 462 days. Okay, so and then out of those 462 days, we had to battle a little adversity. And with that adversity, it means the bad weather that we ran across, and which put us in the gym for a couple of weeks. So, but we did find out, no matter adversity that we did face, the kids will come out and play. So, and that's something to build off of. We are excited as a coaching staff. We're still excited as a team. And we've done this here with a lot of our key players. And that's the thing. So I'm still waiting on some kids to get cleared eligibility-wise with the NAIA. It's a new system, and sometimes it takes some kids a little bit longer to get eligible. But when it all gets said and done, we have our full team. We'll be ready to go.
We're on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline with head football coach Quentin Morgan of the Langston Lions. Came up a little bit short against Arizona Christian, but in the midst of that, you discovered some new wrinkles in your system. And do you care to highlight any of the players that you found some diamonds in the rough in this past week?
Oh, man, I did a bunch of babies. It's fun to watch these youngsters. I'm telling you, it was a bunch of freshmen. I had Jamari Grice and James Grace, my defensive end, and a freshman linebacker. I had started with two inside freshman linebackers, Amari Wynn and Jamari Grace. They've done a great job. Grice. They've done a great job. Even on the back end, Dorian and Malcolm, they've done a great job. Just well played all throughout, even offensively. You know, my freshman quarterback, Tristan Randall, he had some really good plays that he made with his feet. I just seen a lot of key things that we know that we can build off of and just be a better team. Just need a little bit more time to prepare, and when we do get our time back, which we got right now, is beautiful. Right now outside, so we're trying to get it in and work hard as we can to get ourselves back up to line football, and that's on that winning side of the spectrum.
Well, you get a new opportunity this week. You'll be hosting the Southwestern Assemblies of God University. The Lions will be coming in. Coach Ryan Smith, they were postponed due to some weather and COVID concerns that they faced last week against Texas Wesleyan. What are going to be some of your keys coming in for this week's competition?
Oh, man, Coach Smith has a good team. We got to definitely make sure we play our type of football that's, physical, fast, and disciplined football. I have a lot of respect for Coach Smith. He's done a great job with that program since he's had taken over. I mean, if you pay attention to what those kids done last year, up under his head coaching term, they were in every game, and they just right there at the chip to finish it, to figure out how to finish it, and he's got them right there. So it's a team you can't sleep on because, in football, on any given day, Team B can beat Team A, so you got to come prepared to play. We're going to do our best to be prepared to play.
Absolutely. Now, with the Lions coming in, it'll be a battle of the felines. What will the seating capacity be at your home stadium?
If I'm not mistaken, I think we get 500 fans, home fans, and then visitors get, I believe, the same. And we have a small student section. And then our band will take up the whole visitor side.
Okay, so the band will be allowed to be at your home. Now, your band won't be able to travel with you like they're doing in some other conference, correct?
No, not right now.
Okay, very good. Now, with all that being said, and we know football is football, and we know that you play every game to win. Is this a little bit different approach for you in the spring session, knowing that you, A, have a fall session, and then, B, it's just something out of the norm that you're accustomed to?
No, I'm actually okay with it, Mike. And my reason being because, it's just like I was just discussing those 62 days. So I think it's important that our kids get this right here before preparing themselves for a fall season. It's going to help us beneficially. Because what it actually ended up doing is just showing you what some of these freshmen can do already. And it's a season that doesn't count. But, of course, it still goes on in the win and loss column. But still, it's a great way to evaluate your program. So to prepare you for the fall. So, then by then you know what kind of adjustments you need to make to go into the fall. So it's like a preseason in my mind, to be totally honest with you. But in a sense, I still want to win every game. Understand
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I do understand that one.
Yeah, but so that's how I look at it. I think it's going to be very beneficial to my program because, like I said, I got a bunch of newcomers on the team, a lot of young kids. So it has given me the opportunity to just see what these babies can do, and now that I see that they'll get out there and they've done exactly what we've seen on film, going to be fun to build up the foundation that we have.
Okay, with that approach, do you take more risk at this time of the season or this particular season, knowing that although you're playing to win, looking at these as advanced scouting opportunities for developing your program?
Yeah, you can look at it like that as well. Yeah, that's what I was saying, because once you get done with the season, you can see, well, what do you mean by advanced scouting?
Well, advanced
on opponent wise, did they get an opportunity to see me early? Is that what you're saying? Or are you more like at an NFL scout wise, get a chance to see him early?
Well, kind of like a hybrid, Coach. And when I'm saying that is you'll be at risk to try some plays that maybe you just have kind of formulating in your head, then you actually get a chance to see.
Yeah. So like, yes. So like, if you're going to in that aspect, yes, absolutely. You get to try some wrinkles and dinkles that you have to prepare to put in your pocket and just see if it will work and see if it don't work. But it's a time to basically you're learning your team, and the thing is, it's like how better way to get to learn your team to, instead of practicing against one another the whole spring, getting like you're getting spring games. You know what I'm saying? Now, our situation, we're going to play 2 games, and they're going to have a 3-week bye.
Wow, that's a long bye. That's almost like regular spring ball.
Exactly. So you get where I'm coming from. Where it's just like it's almost like a preseason, but it's a season. But it's like you said, it's like it feels like a spring ball, but we get the opportunity to compete against someone else other than ourselves every day.
Right. So the stakes are still high, but not as high. And like you say, you want to be the champion every time there's a season opening. I know that's going to be the ultimate goal. So when you look at that, do you find yourself, and you can be honest with me, because you're looking at this season, but you're kind of peeking down the road toward the fall just a little bit more than what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I am, because I expected a lot of adversity throughout the spring, and I know that we had a very young team, but I'm still going to take it, of course, day by day, game by game, but to get that full season, this is the trial run that we're going through right now. This is just prove that it can be done. It can be done safely, I feel, in my opinion. And I think once everyone sees that this can be done and done safely, and I mean like teams travel and participate in collegiate sports, and no one gets sick or ill to the fact that we're losing kids. And I think once everyone sees that this could be done, as long as it's monitored right, it's going to be an exciting fall season. So, and that's what we're all looking forward to. I think, it's our job. This is our profession, and I can't reach and teach if I don't have football, and that's one of my biggest things. I love to give my kids life lessons, and it's bigger than football. So, have that season and just know you'll be able to have your kids, that whole year and things going back to normal, where it means a lot to everyone.
Absolutely, I can imagine that. So the next life lesson will be that against the Southwestern Assemblies of God University, the Lions coming in on this coming Saturday. Now, what's the scheduled kickoff time, and how can people enjoy the Lions battle the Lions this weekend, Coach?
Right now, we're still discussing the kickoff time, because the original time was for 4 p.m., but due to COVID protocols and stuff like that, and Coach Smith and them reached out to my administration. They were asking if we can get an earlier time. So we're looking in between the times of 1 and 2 p.m., and we're also looking to possibly have some rain out this way. So we're looking to try to find that gap where we can actually get the game in. We'd love to get the game in, and so that's our goal. So it'll be between 1 and 2 o'clock. I'll get you details. I'm sure my athletic director will get that to you, Mike.
Okay, no problem. So you guys can stay in tune with us at the Mike Prince Show by way of Twitter, and we'll keep you posted on the Battle of the Felines this weekend between the Sagu Lions and the Langston Lions. Will the real Lions please stand up? Coach, you're part of the family now, so we got accustomed where we're going to give you some closing thoughts and comments, and the floor is now yours, sir.
Our work is the company of success. It's as simple as that.
Hard work is the company of success. I like that, Coach. You don't mind if I borrow that from time to time, huh?
You got to pay me for it. I just, I'm just messing with you, buddy.
Well, look, I have to pull a Wimpy. I don't know if you old enough and know who Wimpy is, but I'll gladly pay you Tuesday. How's that sound?
Yeah, Wimpy off Popeye. Wimpy said he'll pay you Tuesday for a hamburger on Monday.
There you go, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, we truly appreciate you taking the time out to be with us here at the Mike Prince Show and the Open Mic Broadcast Network on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline. The Lions will do battle this weekend, a time to be determined, but we'll definitely get it out there to you. He is Coach Quentin Morgan of the Langston Lions, and I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, reminding you guys to join us each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can follow me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network, and don't forget to visit the website at obnradio.com. And until the next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.
Reflections Paint and Auto Body Shop, located in Waller, Texas, is ready to restore the beauty of your automobile. Whether it's a small dent or a major accident, if your vehicle needs auto body repair, check out Reflections Paint and Body Shop. All repairs are completed by highly skilled and trained professionals. They are located at 2910 Waller Street in Waller, Texas. And just in case you can't get it into them, they provide towing services. Call them today, 936-931-5780. That number again, 936-931-5780.
And welcome back to the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline, the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. We now have on the line all the way east of us in Houston, Texas, none other than Coach Clarence McKinney of the Texas Southern Tigers. How you doing today, Coach?
Oh, well, Doc. Appreciate you having us on.
Well, I appreciate you making yourself available, man. I know it's a crazy time. You just got word that your game has been postponed due to circumstances beyond your control, and you have to reconvene in April 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Can you bring us up to speed on how these things developed, and what does this do to you guys as far as your adjustments to get your season off the ground?
We were initially preparing to start our season with Arkansas Pine Bluff due to the freeze that we went through on last week. They're having some structural issues with their plumbing and electricity. So they decided that now wasn't a good time for us to come and visit and play them due to those issues that they were having. So we agreed to move the game. The game has been moved to April 24th, I believe.
Okay, so with that being said, this is almost like a game of Frogger. I don't know if you remember that little arcade game Frogger, Coach, between the weather and the COVID. This has got to be playing a lot on the psyche of not only you as a coach, but as your ball players and as an organization trying to get ready for this stuff.
You know, each week we have to get ready for another opponent. So we just treat it as if we didn't have an opportunity to play that game, but we got to get ready for our next opponent.
And by that, now it's almost like the Labor Day Classic, I say 2.0, you'll open up against Prairie View. I know it's going to probably change how you prepare because of the scheme of offenses that the teams will try to attack on. So other than that, what are some of the major adjustments that you have to make to get ready for this one?
Really, in my opinion, no major adjustments. We actually gained a couple extra days to prepare for Prairie View. So since we didn't play the game, we were told, Tuesday. So immediately our focus went from Pine Bluff to Prairie View. So it gives us a couple extra days to prepare for Prairie View.
Okay, and with that being said, we don't have to have any motivational speeches for that. You're playing your rival from right up the road. And this one, you'll be on the campus of Prairie View. From what you've gathered, what do you see are going to be some of your keys for success to get the first win of the spring season under your belt?
Well, Coach Dooley does a really good job coaching those guys up there. And we got to slow them down. We got to stop the run, stop the QB run, kind of force them into become a one-dimensional offense. Offensively, we've got to keep the ball, keep their offense off the field, move the chains on third downs, and score touchdowns in the red zone. We can't afford to settle for field goals.
Okay. Now, we're on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline with Coach Clarence McKinney of the Texas Southern Tigers. They're getting prepared for not this weekend, but the next weekend. They'll take on the Prairie View A&M University Panthers due to the weather effects at Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Now, with all that being said, Coach, you got your new look squad. You got you some, as they say, some swag hours underneath your belt. What are some of the things that you are expecting out of this team for this season that you kind of had to kind of take it with a grain of salt last season, that it's going to be no tolerance, no nonsense at this season?
Well, being new to the league, new to the team, I didn't know my team well. I didn't know what myself and my coaches expected of them. And then being my first year in the SWAC, I didn't know, schematically what guys were doing in the SWAC. Now that I've gotten a year under my belt, we feel a little bit more comfortable with the guys that we're playing and the guys that we're going against. We believe we have a plan that as long as we can stay healthy, we'll have some successful Saturdays.
Okay. Now, you were able to address some key needs to enhance your program on this upcoming season. How is that developing for you as you get closer to kickoff time?
We brought in some young guys that we feel like are really talented. Some are further along than others. Some are still trying to catch up, and they're freshmen. And we don't expect a whole lot from them, but if you can get a couple of those guys in the fold and understanding that what you're asking them to do and they can contribute, and we allow those guys to help the team.
Okay. Now, of course, you have Prairie View, and forgive me for not being totally familiar with your spring season. You are playing Southern in this spring, or is that in the fall?
That's this spring. We're going to play Southern. I believe it's our second game after Prairie View.
Okay, very good. Because I got confused. Now, normally that game was supposed to have been at the Cotton Bowl, but due with the latest events of the weather, are you guys still scheduled to play that game at the Cotton Bowl, or are you going to move it to Arlington as well, like they're doing with Prairie View Grambling?
I'm not exactly sure what we're doing with that game. I know in the fall that game will be in Dallas.
Okay, very good. Now, a lot of people are making a big fuss about a spring football, but it's really no different playing spring than what you would have with your spring football training, getting ready for the fall. Only thing is that these games count, right?
Well, the difference is you get a limited number of practices when you're just having spring ball, and also you don't play against an opponent. You play against yourself. So this is a real schedule. It's a real conference schedule. It's going to be a conference championship at the end. And guys are going to be competing to be that spring football champion.
Okay. Now, Coach, what I want you to do is give us a little sneak peek in Tiger football down the road. And if you had one player that you would say this is one that you definitely are going to have to look out for this season, be it spring or fall, who would that player be and why?
We got a couple of them, I think, Mike. I think our quarterback, Devin Williams, he's a year older. He's a senior. He understands our scheme. He's been voted the team captain. His team now. He played about 3 games on last year, but we expect him to take the reins of the offense and lead the team to victory. And then defensively, that guy will be Michael Badajoe. He's a D lineman. He plays inside, plays outside. We expect him to wreak havoc on offense this season.
Well, that's very interesting that you say that. We had the luxury of watching Devin Williams come through the Blend Buccaneers system through the network here at the open mic, and I always thought he was an electrifying player.
and it's good to hear that he's grown and matured into that role of leadership for the Tigers, and expecting some great things from him.
No doubt. He's the guy who's waited his turn. He's earned it. We're going to throw him out there and let him lead us.
Okay, that sounds like a plan, Coach. And I am looking forward to us having more conversations like this and getting to know you and your coaching staff a little bit better. And as long as you make sure that we can keep that going, is that something we can count on?
No doubt about it. Looking forward to it.
Okay, well, look, I do appreciate you making yourself available for us on such a short notice, but it's always a joy and a pleasure to get a chance to talk to you. You're always, as I say, Johnny on the spot for us here at the Open Mic, and we appreciate that to the utmost, sir. And we're going to give you some closing thoughts and comments right now, and the floor is now yours.
I just want Tiger Nation to know that the guys are working hard. And, looking forward to this season and looking forward to you all coming out and the Tigers.
All right, he is Coach Clarence McKinney of the Texas Southern Tigers, getting ready for the Labor Day Classic 2.0 to take on Prairie View Panthers on next week. And be sure to check that out and check us out here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network as we give you scores, updates, and recaps throughout the world of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. We're going to exit stage left for right now. My time is far spent, but we truly appreciate you guys joining in with us on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline. And until the next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.
And that is going to take care of this week's edition of Football Friday here on the Mike Prince Show and the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. Thanks to our guests, Quentin Morgan of the Langston Lions and Clarence McKinney of the Texas Southern Tigers. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Subscribe to that channel today. Don't forget, we got this Otis Taylor drive that we're trying to get together. He should be in the Football Hall of Fame. Join on board with us to help us push that cause through. Sunday night, we'll be live, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I've got the exit stage left. My time is way overdue. But until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side. The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to take this time to recognize its sponsors and underwriters: Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Helping Hands Lawn Service, Diva Skin Conditioner, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill. For more information on how you can become an underwriter or a sponsor here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our number to call is 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.